Going live. Are we live? We are live. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our channel. This is Entrepreneur Life with Casey and Tamra. Switching my screens. Hey, Tamra, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. And there was my Boston. How are you?
How are ya? I love it.
I don't know where that just came from. All right, I should apologize in advance. I've had kind of a crazy morning. Nothing bad. Just one of those days where you wake up and you drop your coffee spoon, spill your cereal. So who knows what this is going to end up like today, but bear with us because everything is good. And we are here talking about every Friday, we're going to talk about different funnels. And I came across website funnel and I was like, well, what is a website funnel? So basically what I've researched and found out is you have a website or you can add your website as part of a funnel, I guess would be a better way of saying it. There are sales funnels and product funnels and conversion funnels, which are kind of all one and the same. But just having a website versus having it part of a funnel is really a good thing to have for your business. So we're going to talk about your website and funnels for Friday Funnels. So Tamara, you brought up a good point before we went live, and I think it is worth starting with. So can you talk about building trust with your funnel?
Sure. We've all been on those websites where we just want to peek in and see what it is. Right. And all of a sudden, we need to get our email. We need to give our email address. We need to act now. Like there's a one-time offer or there's just sell. And we just click away. At least I do oftentimes, unless it's something that I really think I might be interested in. But even then I get overwhelmed and I just want to step away. And you need to build trust. The most important thing in your business should be authenticity and building relationships, building trust. And the way to do that, if you just have a website with icons and, buy me now, people, it feels a little bit colder. And I know with Casey and I know Groove does do a lot of pushing, but one thing we really enjoy is the Groove community. Like it feels like we're not just in this beta website funnel thing. It really feels like we are part of the Groove community. I mean, they have a very active Facebook group. They have a lot of trainings. The support desk is always willing to help. It just feels like they are really building our trust. They already have our trust, but they're building it more. We're more and more excited about Groove because of the relationships, because of all the free offerings that they give us. They have their daily Groove digital training. They have a lot of workshops right in Groove. They have a lot of information out there to help us succeed for free, as part of even if you only have the Groove free site, you're still gaining this free information and these valuable tools. And I saw there's a lot of times there's 4 steps a lot of people refer to with the funnel, AIDA, the AIDA. And, it's awareness. You're just building awareness. You're not expecting anything in return. Even an email address, you're not expecting. You're just building awareness for you and your brand and your product.
And that can be like YouTube and things too, right? People see us and they're like, oh, they seem pretty cool. I can trust them before
Exactly. We're just talking about Groove. We're not trying to push. We're just discussing what Groove offers and hopefully adding value when we compare, especially on the Thursdays and when we offer some workshops on Wednesdays. Hopefully we're adding value, but we really don't expect anything in return, right? So we're building awareness of us, of our brand, and then as you watch more and more of our video, it shows that you have a little bit of interest. So awareness is the big top of the funnel. And then you move into interest. As those interested people, as you find interested people, then you can start sort of pushing them a little bit, maybe offer them a freebie, maybe offer them, some added value in exchange for maybe their email address or something else, right? And then you just want to build a desire. You want to get those pain points for them.
Yeah.
And build a desire that, I heard you need to talk about what they love, and you need to also address their villains.
Well, speaking of that, maybe we should ask people, like, what is your pain points with Groove or with building your business? Like, some have decided to do the free. What's holding you back? And I think money would be a big one. What are your pain points for building your business or looking at Groove or just,
Right.
things in general? We'd love to know that. So
Yes. And I see Mary said community is so important. And it really is.
I love Mary.
It helps you to be a part of something, even if you're not doing what you thought you were setting out to do, you're still part of that community. And it still helps, it still helps you with your own confidence, I guess,
Speaking of
and then
community,
the bottom of the funnel is action. Then hopefully they will take that action and step forward. But I know with a website, it's just really about building trust, building awareness, helping them. And, I know for me, I just have a lack of confidence. Like, can I really do this?
Right.
I've been a stay-at-home mom for so many years. And, is it possible that I can really run a successful business?
Yes.
I mean, it's scary.
Yes, it is. Awesome. Speaking of community, I tell you, I've never met Mary in person, but I would totally go and hug her right now if I met her.
I love it.
We chat this way, just chatting about life and things. So, and we've built this community. Gosh, Mary, where did we meet? I think we met in the Nancy Taylor group as well, Tamara.
Yeah.
I think Mary was part of that, or she was in one of our groups when I met her.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's really neat. We've met people online and have just talked to them, and I think we're building trust as well with all of our friends and community, and hopefully all the new people that stop by. So back to website funnels. Yeah, thanks for going over those 4 things again. We do have a video that is just what is a funnel. So if you want to go back and watch that, that's one of our very first ones. We really dig deeper into part of that process.
But funnels are all related.
Yes,
whether you have an email funnel, you build your trust, you try to get their interest, their desire, get those pain points, and then hopefully they take action. You're building that funnel with your email people, with your website people, with your actual funnel people, with your lead magnet people. You're trying to slowly build that. And I know a lot of people with website funnels, the first thing they do is find people themselves, and they might do a video just to say who they are, and put themselves out there, maybe an Instagram reel, or maybe a small video, and and they might not give any of their information. There's links at the bottom, but there's not a lot of information about, come to my website. But it's just building value, building trust, building relationships. And then as time goes on and more people start paying attention because they see that you are trustworthy and they like you. And then they'll start maybe, taking action. So it's more getting your brand out there first and building those relationships and that trust.
So Mary said, what would you say to the cost pain point? I am held back from the pro account by cost.
Oh, Mary.
It's kind of hard to get into it without being too salesy, but I'll try my best for it. For me, I think of it as a long-term investment. I think it is worth its money in the long run. So yes, you're paying, if you pay up front, it's $13.97, which is a big chunk of change. But if you look at all of the things that you don't have to pay monthly, that's part of Groove, I think that is worth it. If you pay for it and get on top of it and start working your business. I think with affiliate marketing or starting to sell your product, whichever way you are using it, I think you can start making money fairly quickly if you really put your mind to it and that's what you're going to do. I do have Amy Porterfield gave like a way to make $2,000 in a certain amount of weeks. We should go back and look at that as well so that you can earn that money back.
I think with the cost pain point, yes, it does sound like a chunk of change. But when I looked at the comparison that Groove actually puts out
Yeah.
and all of the things that they're going to offer, I mean, for me, the one-stop shop was huge because it takes me forever to make a decision. I'm still waiting for Groove Mail. And in the meantime, I mean, everybody keeps saying Active Campaign, and then I hear ConvertKit, and then I hear maybe MailChimp because it's cheap. There's all these different mail providers, and I'm overwhelmed myself. I'm a terrible decision maker, terrible. So when I found Groove and I saw that it was a one-stop shop, it really helped make my decision easier. Because not even Kajabi, for example, that's very expensive, is a one-stop shop. You're still going to have to add on other things. And Groove is in beta, so that's why it's a one-time fee. And and so not everything is available yet, but I know that it's going to be. So I don't need to go out and research other products or other services because I'm telling you, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, you find, Calendly, and then all of a sudden there's like 100 calendar sites. You find email, there's like 1,000 email providers. It's just, I can't. And so that's what sold me on Groove. And it's a chunk of, it's $13.97, but then you look at even Kajabi is $2,000 a year, and that's not even everything. And then the other social media methods, I do follow Jasmine Star, and she runs this, it's called Social Curator. And the one thing she says is just consistency. So, whether, starting out, YouTube is great. But then if you want to add something else, just add one thing at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself, so do Instagram maybe. And then you could do some Instagram reels. You could do some Instagram polls. Instagram is fun because you can offer a huge variety. And Mary, you're the one that sells all that stuff, right? And so, you can do a poll, like, would you rather have, mixing bowls or I don't know what, but you could do, would you rather have a deluxe utility tote or a tall utility tote? Like, it was really fun for polls and audience interaction. And and everybody likes to just click on that button.
Yeah.
So I personally am a fan of Instagram, and you can start following people that you think would maybe, interested in your products. And then when you follow them, then they may follow you back. And that's something with Instagram that is not so much with Facebook.
Yeah. It did for me for Instagram. I still have a hard time with Instagram, but being on there, many people have found me, and I didn't expect that. They were like, oh, they emailed me, oh, I saw you on here. Would you like to interview me, or can I interview you? Or like the Outbox EDU gentleman, he found me on Instagram and messaged me that way.
Yeah.
So I do think for me, YouTube was a good choice because I like to talk and I don't mind this, except I used to get sick beforehand. But learning Instagram has taken a while, but you can do some simple things to build your brand on Instagram as well.
You can. The thing is consistency. Post every day, but don't try to sell something every day. Maybe sell something once a week. And then, maybe show your family life one day, or maybe ask a question one day, or maybe do this one day. Like, don't just say, buy my product every day, because you're just going to run people away. But if you build that know, like, and trust, then, people start watching. They want to see what you have to say, and you are going to, put in that sales pitch, of course, but then,
Right.
You're also going to show who you are as a person. You're going to show, like maybe ask, like I said, take polls, ask questions,
Right.
and it's really fun.
That's like Paige.
Messaging, I want to answer that really quick. Does Groove offer a messaging system to text folks? Groove Desk is going to be like a help desk with an automatic chat. As far as messaging, they have invested in Chatmatic, which will help you. It'll offer you a free service to message on Facebook message people. And that's actually a Facebook, like a message bot funnel. And then there's also some other messaging apps that work with Groove. I'm going to have to find that out because I know it doesn't exist yet, but I think there's something with Groove Desk that will offer a messaging system. And it's not a texting service, but I think you can message back and forth, I believe.
Great.
Yes. We like when you're here. You ask a lot of questions.
She's got great questions.
It helps us. Oh boy. Yes, but website funnels, I mean, like we said, sometimes you go to the websites, either you have to put in all your information right away before you even see what the website is, and that turns people off. Also, sometimes, you go to the website and it just feels like, for lack of a better word, like a rock, like it doesn't feel like there's somebody behind the website. It just feels like there's a bunch of pictures of products and buy this now.
Right.
And I mean, sometimes that serves a purpose, especially if you're looking for something specific and that website happens to have it. But if you do start building those relationships and that trust factor, then it definitely helps people to come to your website, and see how it is.
Right. She said all-in-one is very appealing. Yeah, that's kind of like one of those things that you just think about it, you think about it, and it's driving you crazy, and then you just do it, and you're like, okay, I made that decision. I don't have to make 100 more. Done. Yeah.
One and done. It's very handy. And I just think, even the free version offers a lot, but to get unlimited of so many things, like just the possibilities of what can happen is mind-blowing, And then, I mean, it takes 3 people to pay for it, but you could try to promote Groove. And if you can try to promote Groove, like I said, 3 affiliates will pay for your Groove. And then, and then you'll pay nothing.
Right.
For the pro.
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
So I wanted to say a true funnel is not just one thing, right? It's not just a page. It's not just a series of templates you throw together. It's a well thought out, planned thing to move people through your funnel. It's a path, right? It's a path to know where you're going or where they're headed. So it can be important to have the right info at the right time, in the right order. You want to have some key pages, maybe a blog that they can visit, a podcast. One of the things my husband was talking to me about was pointing back at yourself, pointing back at something else you have. So if you're on YouTube, you want to talk about another video, or you want to talk about a website, some simple little things that you can do to point back at yourself, rather than them going to find a new YouTube video, for example. So the path keeps leading back to you, or some important information, or something of value you can give them as well. So it might not be you. I point people to other websites and YouTubers and things all the time because they've got some great info.
Mary, maybe we could help you one day, if you're interested, and we could maybe try the 3 of us to come together and help you build a funnel or something that you're interested in making you stand out, and I think especially with MLM companies, it's important to stand out. It's important to build, it's important to build a relationship, because the products are the same as other people are selling. It's how you present them, and what you're willing to do for your customers. And I think, especially with both of your products, well, I know you have two that I know of are Pampered Chef and 31, and both of them have fun little, you can do little fun things with them, if that makes sense. But you can really promote a product and get the word out there, or you can just, have your one website and make it beautiful and maybe post some videos about you using your products, because then it shows authenticity. It shows that you're not just selling them, you believe in what you're selling and you actually use the things. And, and like Instagram, just post a picture of you with a bag over your shoulder and just like, I'm off to the soccer game, or something like that. I mean, it just shows that you're a person enjoying the products that you're selling, and it helps people want that, and I think that's something with Groove is it's so easy to just embed videos. And
she's been doing a really good job with that on Facebook in her group. She's got In the Kitchen with Mary, I think it's called. It just pops up on my phone automatically. She's been doing some videos
that's
of her using,
Yes.
Let's see.
I
have
love
my
it.
list here. Where was I? So, sometimes you're going through and like I mentioned, the key pages, a blog, a podcast, and then they're ready now, or maybe they're not ready yet.
Mhm.
And some of the research I did says, put your freebie up front. And like Tamara said, we don't want to be salesy and things. So this might be a good time to offer them a freebie. If they're not quite ready for what you have, well, then here's some value. Check out my stuff anyway, right? You're
Right.
giving them something just for coming and looking. It could be from a follow-up email. It could be, they've been on your website for a little bit. And of course, always follow up. Their thank you pages and helpful. Sorry, can you hear Goliath? It's okay. They're delivering. So if they're not ready yet, you also want to send follow-up emails, whether it's thanking them for purchasing or just thanking them for being on your site, right?
Mhm.
Also, don't just forget about people. Helpful content each week could really help them. That's a way to add value. You're not expecting anything in return, but hey, I just found this that might help you. Hey, I just made this freebie. They don't have to sign up again. You're not just giving them a freebie to get their email. You're giving them a freebie because you just came up with this and it's going to help them.
So true. And Mary, Groove offers email funnels. So you can, if somebody purchased this product because of this lead magnet that you did, then you can only email, there's a button to click, email those people that bought this product. And then you could just say, thank you so much for purchasing the product. I'd love to see pictures of you using it, or whatever you want to say. But you can easily follow up and only email those certain people within Groove. And I think that's a huge key, because it helps you personalize your customer's experience without putting too much stress on you,
And it can be automated. So that could be,
you
don't have to think of a new email every time. You can make it automated.
Right. So. And setting everything up, it takes time, of course. I know Nancy, it takes a lot of time for her, everything that she does for us. But, so anybody that has that successful automation, you do have to set it up. It does take a little bit of time, but once it's done,
Nice.
And then people feel that, is that email funnel up right now? It's not, but you can set it up. You just can't deliver it. Unfortunately, I heard May 1st was the latest that I heard with their charts, but you never know with Groove, they're working and they're trying to get it back up. But at the moment, no. But they do integrate with a lot of email providers. So if you use someone that they integrate with, then you can still do the funnel through Groove integrated with, I believe. Yeah.
And to make a good email funnel, you'll want to take some time building your pages anyway. And I think you can start that now so that when Groove is ready and you are ready to go, all your pages are ready, your automations are, so you can really set up a lot while you're waiting for it to become active again. The main thing is you don't want your emails going to spam. So that's why they've taken it down. And with other providers, we've heard that they're going to spam as well. So you want to, build your email funnel, and you want to have it with the right system. So
right. Even I keep using Kajabi, but even expensive Kajabi, a lot of people that use Kajabi use another mail provider because it goes to spam a lot.
right.
So it's important. It's important to have your emails noticed.
Yeah.
And yeah. And I
And
think, oh, Mary, I hope so. But I think, the people that Groove has hired and the fact that the founders are always accessible as well. And then the people that they've associated with, you look them up and they're valued in their industry, like Simon Young and Tyler, the Chatmatic guy, and then the app guy that they're partnering with, and and David Lemon, and everybody that they're sort of partnering with, if you will, adds value. They're not, they're highly respected in their fields, and they know a scam when they see one because they've been around a long time in this industry and they know, and that just helped build my trust as well. I haven't used a lot of Kajabi. It's just from asking people in our member group. But one thing, Kajabi doesn't really have a good store or cart or sales feature.
right.
They do great with courses, and that's their big thing, are courses. But even Kajabi, you can't have unlimited courses versus Groove, you can. And the courses look just the same. They're very similar.
Yeah.
Kajabi does have a nice app, like a app feature. It looks good on your phone with your courses. But right, exactly.
Yeah.
Kajabi offers partial services, and they're really good at what they do. They really are, but but Groove offers more and better. And even now in beta, the stuff that is offered at Groove is more and better, in my opinion, than the stuff that's offered at Kajabi. But I just feel like you need more with Kajabi. I look at Nancy. Nancy's my main Kajabi person because I know she's gone on it all in with Kajabi, but she also still uses Calendly to schedule her appointments. She still uses Shopify to put her actual products in her store. She doesn't use ConvertKit, but Amy Porterfield, another huge Kajabi supporter, uses ConvertKit, as does a lot of other I want to say, there's people that use, and I don't know, I just feel like,
and Demio, right?
And Demio to do their webinars, the videos. They have to use so many other services, which ends up costing. You think, oh, I'll just add Calendly for $9 a month. That's no big deal. But when you add $9 a month, 10 times, that's $90 a month, which still may not seem like a lot, but it's forever. Right. And prices go up, and then you're going to add more, and then you're going to add more, and then you're going to add more. And it gets overwhelming. And I just feel like with Groove, and they're also trying to provide value, there's this new site called Uzign, Youzign, and it's actually just like Canva, but it's free. You can upgrade a one-time for life. I think it's $67 forever. And it does the same thing as Canva, really. So Groove also promotes products for underdogs, I guess, if you will, to help them, achieve success. And I just think that they do offer a lot of value, in addition to their paid content, but it's the price. The price really got me between Groove and Kajabi, and just listening to others. I've spoken with others, just seeing what they're using Kajabi for. They could use Groove for just the same, and plus extra. And then, I thought, well, maybe because Groove is a drag and drop system, but it still can be a little bit confusing, getting everything set up and embedded and configured and all of that. And so I thought, maybe Kajabi is just super easy and they offer their services and everything. No, most people that use Kajabi have had to have some like a virtual assistant help them get it set up, or if you, they might have, it's just they need help. So it's just, I don't know. But it feels like it feels like Groove wants to succeed. They have it, they have our backs kind of, and I can't imagine them taking so much time and energy and effort to build trust if they're just a scam.
Right.
I don't see it.
Yeah. Can you spell the Uzine again for the?
I put it in there. YOUZIDN.
Oh, I don't see it up there.
Oh, you don't in the chat?
Mm-mm.
Uzine.
Maybe mine's just slow, or let's see. Oh, you don't have a blue wrench, so you can't put but you just did a spelling, right?
I did I put uzine.com. I could put the
Oh, that's why. Okay, I just added you as a moderator, so you should be able to do it now.
Aha, I have a wrench. It's beautiful.
You're so funny. Did you retype it in there?
I did with the wrench.
Oh, see, I think mine is behind because you keep answering Mary's things before I see them, or as I see them. So I think my YouTube is behind or something, because I still don't see your message.
That's weird. Mary, so with the free version, you can have 3 websites with the free version, and with the paid version, you have unlimited funnels, unlimited websites. You make it your own, and you can have, I see a couple of people that are like live and breathe Groove. And I mean, they have so many websites on their page, and that's a lot because Groove wants to, a lot of the people on Groove are affiliate marketers, or they run e-commerce stores. So they have a separate store for every e-commerce or every affiliate that they do. They have a separate store for that. So you could do, like, for example, if you're an Amazon affiliate, and you want to set up a website just for your classroom products that you need, you can put you can put lights, you can put a webcam, you can put a microphone, you can put a headset, you can put different things on one website. It's all an affiliate website, but it has, you can call it, classroom. You can do, well, you have to have, if you want to use the Groove free hosting, then your website, you can only have one word. So it needs to be your brand name. So like for me, it's eTeacherTamara. So I can do www.eteachertamara.groovepages. Those might be backwards. .com/ whatever it is I want to do. So I can do www.eteachertamara.groovepages.com/ ESL classroom. I can do / pampered chef / 31. I can do all of those for free. They'll host it for free with that, but you have to have that same domain name in it. And then if you want to buy a domain name, which is like $8.99 a year at Namecheap, if you want to buy your own, you can buy unlimited of those too, and then link them to your Groove account, and you can do as many of those as you want to.
Yeah. We should shout out her website now. She does have Thrive with Mary as a website right now. So she's got lots of great things on there. Can we host our website wherever we want? Use our own URL.
So Groove is a hosting. Groove hosts your website. And you can purchase your name, your domain name, wherever you want. There is a certain security measure that you have to put it on Groove. So basically you have to have an HTTPS beginning. And so there's a way to link it with Cloudflare, which is in our Groove Facebook group, Groovy for GrooveFunnels Facebook group. And you look at the workshop Wednesdays, there is a video of how to link your domain name with Cloudflare and put it into Groove. And it's very simple. It's very easy. You can also switch, if you're Thrive with Mary, especially if it's a WordPress account, there's a lot of videos lately of how to just move that WordPress from your hosting to Groove to host. But yes, you can host. You don't want to host it anywhere else because you're going to have to pay to host it somewhere else. Groove hosts your website. So they'll host 3 websites on the free version. They will host unlimited websites on the paid version. I hope that helps. But you can purchase, most people purchase from GoDaddy or Namecheap, or there's something called, I think it's called Boss Pig or something like that, something with pig in the name. There's a lot of places that you can buy your domain names from and then move them to Groove. But you do not, Groove doesn't have the ability right now for you to purchase a domain name there.
Mine was on Weebly as well.
Yeah, Weebly's WordPress. So yes, there are videos. I could try to find one for us and help you out there.
Now, I think when I clicked on it, it sent me to G Suite.
On her site?
No, on mine through Weebly. I'm trying to think.
Host with InMotion.
It was fairly easy, but it didn't send me through WordPress or anything.
Okay, well, hers is Weebly hosted with InMotion. I'll have to look into that. But so you probably pay for Weebly and InMotion, right? Do you pay for both?
I didn't.
If you pay for both, then you can get rid of both and move it on over to Groove. But hosting is just, and Groove offers ways to boost your SEO, to be found easier. And Groove they offer a lot of value too. Like their big thing is that, what good is a website if you're not being seen?
Right. We have a SEO guru on Team Groove.
Yes, he actually came up with the whole thing at Google, and then he left Google. So you pay for both. That's another, like, if you add up all the costs that you do, whoever your email provider is, your hosting, your Weebly, your just everything that if you have a webinar feature, if you host, put your videos somewhere, all of that stuff adds up. If you add it all up, you'll be surprised. And then, see how long it would take for $13.90, to pay $13.97 with all the stuff that you have. I know we had one gal, it took a year. One person, it took 2 years. But I mean, my husband has his website on InMotion. It would be difficult to switch over. Gotcha.
We'd have to look at it. I haven't heard of them integrating with that, but
Yes, but if he is interested, and you have your free Groove account, I would email support and just tell them, my husband has the website, maybe even give the website name, let them look at it and see if they would, because I know there's some massive, massive websites that have been switching over to Groove.
Yeah. And she has a free account already, so go ahead and email them and
I would ask. And then if you could, if you can host unlimited, the only thing is you'd have the same sign-on and you would have the same free hosting subdomain, if that makes sense, or free hosting brand name, because you can only choose one.
That's a great question, Mary. We went over that last night, right?
We sure did. So I believe they host 50 gigabytes of videos is what I think. I have to refresh my memory. Yeah. You can pay, which I don't want to talk about paying, but you can pay $100 a month and you get 4 things with that. And one of them is a terabyte video, which is a ton. And then you can have like 500,000 emails or something. And you can have, there's 4 things that you get with that $100 a month, but you would have to pay a little bit of extra. But they have 50 gigabytes, I believe, of web host, of video storage.
Yeah, I was gonna try to look it up quick, but it's probably
Okay.
not as quick as I wanted to. We can post it. We'll post it in the Groovy for GrooveFunnels. We'll post what we did yesterday, what we looked up,
Okay.
and we'll put that in Groovy for GrooveFunnels just so everyone has it. Yeah,
Sounds
is that
good.
okay? Oh, okay. I wasn't sure what you were thinking just now. So, all right. Well, thanks for all the questions, and I'll add it in the description box too, so that if anyone else has the same question, you can check it out. Would you pay extra with the paid account as well for the video storage? So by the time you needed extra video storage, the $100 for the 1 terabyte wouldn't be much for you. They do have a good video storage. I think it is 50, because I think it's like 5 with the free and 50.
Something like that. And yes, if I had that many contacts or that many videos, I probably would, because I would hope that those videos would pay for
Right.
my my service. Yeah, or whatever. Yes.
Yeah.
But the fact that they offer it is great. Yeah. And if your husband has a really successful business as well, you can link your business account or with Groove Pay. Groove Pay is a merchant account that you can use instead of whatever merchant account you're using. You can talk to somebody there. They're out of Palm Beach, but it is an option as well to link if you have a business account.
Excellent. I
Yes.
think, yeah, I don't want it to be all clunky and you guys waiting for me. So I will link it below, and I will put it in the Groovy for GrooveFunnels Facebook group. So thank you so much, Mary. You really made that chat an awesome one and came up with excellent questions. I took some notes on things that we need to look up for you, or for things that came up while we were chatting. So perfect. Thanks for all the help, Mary.
Yes. Is there anything you want to talk about website funnels
For
from your
me?
research? Yeah.
I went through most of it. It was kind of a little bit choppy, so I think I'm not really sure where I
Yeah, the
left
main
off.
thing is just build relationships. The funnel's a funnel for a reason. You start big. These people have no idea who you are. So don't get all salesy on them. Like, don't just promote. Let them learn who you are. Learn who you are, build that trust, give them that freebie, let them know what you do, cover their objections, meet their desires, see their pain points, just relate to them, and then hopefully they'll put their desires into action and they'll purchase from you. So, but it's really building that trust. That's really huge with any funnel.
Mm-hmm. So funnels.
That note. Yeah.
Funnels it's really interesting to me, because I just never knew much about it, and I didn't know there was so many out there. So it's really pretty cool.
It is, but they're all very similar, in what they're doing.
Right.
It's all start big and work your way down.
Perfect. And
Like
don't forget,
consistency.
don't forget, it's person. You're building relationships, like she said. You're building your community. I think that needs to be at the beginning and the end and forever.
Yes, it's so true. And even like I'm going to use Jasmine Star again. I happened to listen to Amy Porterfield's podcast with Jasmine Star, and I didn't know Jasmine Star at the time. And I listened to him, and she said something about finding me on Instagram or something. So, I mean, Instagram's free. I found her, and I got like some sort of message bot thing, So I wrote back, and she wrote back.
Nice.
She wrote back to me. And then I said, "Is this really you?" She goes, "Yeah, girl, it is." And then she even posted herself doing a video. "Yeah, it's me." And then
awesome.
So that I could see it wasn't even one of her employees. It was actually her writing little old me, and that's what sold the product, because I'm like, if somebody as large as Jasmine Star, she doesn't need, I mean, of course you want more customers, but she has such a big business now
Right. She doesn't need to reach out to each.
Each person that reaches out to her. I thought, wow, that is crazy.
Yeah.
But she did it, and she, you know, and another thing is what she does is on Facebook. There's something, if you look up Facebook audience, I need to look that up again. I want to say it's Facebook audience insights I believe is what you would Google. You can put in parameters. So you can put in countries, you can put in interests, and then it will find interests within your parameters. So if my parameters are United States and Canada teachers, it'll show me what United States and Canada teachers are interested in. And so let's say that they're interested, like let's say the Beatles ranked high, the band. I don't know why I picked the Beatles, but let's just pretend the Beatles ranked high on teacher interests in United States and Canada. Well, then buy a Beatles shirt and wear your Beatles shirt while you promote your product or something. And someone will say, oh my God, I like the Beatles. If she likes the Beatles, wow, we have a connection, you know. Right. That's part of what you should do in forming connections with your audience. And that's how you go from here.
Right. As long as it's authentic, right? That's what you talked about at the beginning.
Authentic. If you don't like the Beatles, don't wear a Beatles shirt.
Right. Don't just go out and buy one.
That's funny.
That's awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much, Tamara. Awesome job. And Mary, thank you. And those of you watching the replay, feel free to put questions and comments below in the chat box, and we'll talk to you next time.
All right.
Bye.